Alright guys, so what we're doing here is I've taken where the plastic covers went. There's two plastic covers. This is one of them. And it's got, I don't know, half a dozen screws in it or so. 3 or 4 I think is what it's actually got in it. But anyway, yeah, that's the top one. This is the top cover. Yeah, just got 2 screw holes there, and it just clips in. You do have to take the steering wheel loose. It's 2 bolts, and they're actually. Get my keys out of the way. Get down here around where you can see. And they're right there. But you take those 2 bolts out. It drops the steering column down a little bit. To get to these screws in the back of the steering wheel that hold the cover on, it has to be right there so you can get a screwdriver in there. There's no cheating this. There's no workaround. You cannot get a impact driver in there. I've tried. It doesn't work. So we're going to do this one at a time here. And I don't have a time lapse. So you're going to get to see this in real time, and it's going to take a minute. I've already got 1 out. I got 3 more to go. There's 2. Where'd that other one go? Anyway, you turn your steering wheel back around here. Get to this one. Make sure you got your key turned on, or not on, but where it won't lock the steering wheel. I ran into that problem once already. Take these 4 freaking screws out. And I'm probably going to get hit in the face with the steering wheel, but I'll pause the video when I go to take the steering wheel out. You don't need to see me punch myself in the face with a fucking steering wheel. Oh, there I go again with the language. I'll be damned. Oh, there it is again. Anyway, if you've got a stubby screwdriver, I would recommend using it. Because this is honestly a pain. I wish it was a little different style. I think I'm going to invest in a quick release steering wheel for this thing, just to make it that much easier. Grab your horn cover, and it should pop right off. I say that, there's probably another, yep, there's another screw head in it. Alright, so there's 5 screws. One's in the very bottom of the steering wheel. I'm going to try to recenter the steering wheel while I've got it on here. If I can't get it close, then I'll just have to do it whenever I take it in for an alignment, after I get all the suspension work done on it, which we're not going to talk about that right now. God, almost got her. There it goes, right there. There's the cover. Cover's off. Try to poke this screw out, that way I don't wind up dropping it on the shop floor and it's going for forever. My shop likes to eat things. Right there, there's your little cover. Goes right here. I'm going to pause this because I've actually got to find a socket that will fit. Got to find a socket that'll fit that nut. And I'm really hoping I don't get punched in the face, but I'll probably get punched in the face with a steering wheel. It always happens. Anyway, I will be right back and we'll show you how to change this turn signal switch out. Multifunction switch, whatever they call it. Alright guys, so I was going to use my handy dandy pulley puller here, because I don't have a steering wheel puller, pop this steering wheel off. But I went to stick the puller on it, it slid right off. Crazy how that happens. Anyway, here's your multifunction switch. It's the old one. I'll throw it down there out of the way as I drop the screw out of it. Anyway, new multifunction switch. Slides right on just like so. Theoretically, anyway. one's a little different than the old one. I need to look at the old one here. Yeah, because the old one doesn't have that little clip on it. And we may have to modify this here just a second. As soon as I get this zip tie off here, I don't have my knife on me. As you can see, for the most part, same unit. Turn it up here the right way. It's the same unit. The only difference is the factory one doesn't have this little tab on it. What I'll do is I'll take and I'll cut that little tab off there here in a second, very carefully, because I don't want to damage any of this. But we'll fix that momentarily. There's that. I was looking for that a while ago. That may have been the one I just had too. I don't know. But cut this here zip tie off. Move your wires out of the way. Always cut away from yourself. Don't ever cut towards yourself. I'm being an idiot. I do a lot of things you're not supposed to do. And of course, score that, break that off. The little tab doesn't do anything, so we're not going to fuss about it. Try to line our screw holes back up. They line up. And then I gotta find my screw I dropped, which is right here. And find my handy, because now I can get in there. Haha. See, sometimes there is a workaround. Grab this, put it on forward. Don't. If you're gonna do this, do it carefully. Don't fucking get stupid with it. They're cranking on it real hard. And I've managed to drop another screw. And it's this one. I'm not sponsored by Portacable or DeWalt, but these little screwdriver sets, most of them probably already got them. I'm a little behind the curve. They are they're the torque ones. They've got the little torque section in here. I got this one on clearance, so it may not have all the bits in it. But I can tell you right now, these are stackable. They're freaking awesome. I've always wanted a set. They work really good. Different companies make different ones. Matco has a set. Freaking DeWalt has a set. Snap-on's probably got a set. But anyway, then you come down here under your dash. I gotta take the camera from my beautiful woman here and attempt to find the connector that's hid under this freaking dash here somewhere. But anyway, the connector, you just follow the wire. Connector's under the dash somewhere. You can see that wonderful cluster of wires that I've got to track down. I'll probably be cutting a couple zip ties here in a minute just to find it. But once I get it all plugged in, I'll show you that it all works. And then we'll put the steering wheel and everything back on and we'll be back in business. Be right back. I'm showing this wonderful fucking mess here.
It's recording.
Alright guys, so what I've got here, I may have to break the fucking tab on it. But this is the end that goes to your wonderful little multifunction switch. It is being a pain in the ass. And my beautiful woman has stashed my screwdrivers somewhere. Or I've done it. I did it.
Blame me.
Y'all see what I have to deal with? Lippy. Wouldn't trade her for the world though, because she's out here helping me make this video. But anyway, take your little screwdriver, poke that dude in there. if you break the tab on the old end right here, it's not the end of the world because your new one has a factory connector on it and it'll pop right on there. No problem. I just wish it wasn't stuck on there like freaking like nobody's business. There we go. Out with the old and with the new. Hope I don't ever have to do this again. This truck's got 171 on it. So I'm hoping this thing lasts long enough that I don't ever have to see it done again. Maybe my boys will, but hopefully not me. Put that shit back in there. Same thing with that. I'll get a couple zip ties and we'll zip tie her back to the column. But first, let's make sure our turn signals work. I got a left. Oh, guess what? It's off. I got it right. Now I have hazards. Problem solved. That's all it was. I've changed light bulbs and everything else in this thing, trying to figure out what it was. But that's how you do it. Take your little plastic covers off, take your steering wheel off. Bada bing, bada boom. Now I'm going to make sure I'm going to shut the key off so I don't drain the battery. Oh, I'm going to need those in there. And I'm going to make sure my wheel's straight. I'll pull the steering wheel back off of it. Recenter the steering wheel. Of course, she's catching me bending over. She thinks it's funny. Anyway, I know my steering wheel's not. I know my wheels aren't straight. But if I can get them close. There we go. Pull this off. Grab my stupid little contactor in here. Oh, and by the way, since you got this off, go ahead and clean your contact ring up if it's nasty and corroded, because I really don't think, they've done some kind of plastic rivet job in there. You could probably drill it out and put pop rivets in there, but just go ahead and clean it off. It'll save you a world of hurt in the end. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to stick this back on here. My steering wheel should be fairly straight now. It bugs me when my steering wheel's not straight. There it is. Take this, run that down on there. By the way, this is a 3/4 inch nut. Like I said, I'm probably going to go with a quick disconnect if I can find one. I'll just have to check the spline count and everything. But no tighter than this was on there. This little dude right here will get her done. Yeah, she's shining the camera in my face. Give her a bump. It ain't going nowhere. And you just put it back together the same way it came apart. Ain't nothing too difficult about it. I'm going to plug this little wire back in. It goes up here, because that's my horn. And you definitely want to make sure your horn's going to work, folks, because if your horn don't work, it don't pass inspection. Anyway, y'all have a good evening. I'm going to finish putting this thing back together, and we'll see you next time.